Feliz Navidad. Happy holidays, everyone. Buenos dias. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful Christmas morning, depending on your time zones. Really, really cherish all the times that you've had, especially when it comes into familia. Family is very, very important, especially on this particular day, because we're coming into the matriarch. We're coming into the Joan of Arc. We're coming into the Moses. We're coming into the birthing system of Jesus. We're coming in the birthing system of Jeshua. We're coming into the birthing system of Moses. Everything through connection, through formation system is coming into connections. It's extremely, extremely powerful times we're having right now. Understanding everything through connection of Joan of Arc, everything through its relation when it comes into Mother Gaia. Okay, Joan of Arc is the sister of Mother Godness, Mother Freedom, Mother Love, Mother channel divisions of galaxy locations of dimensions, Father space connection systems. Moses is the cousin of Father. You have to understand relation cycles. I'm an extremely high rise division location. Now I'm aptitude levels through the ancestral channels. I'm communications of God frequency levels of the Federation of Lights and everything through the celestial channels of all intelligent location systems. That puts me into higher locations when it comes into all connections of the Pleiadians, the Palladians, everything through the archetypes, everything through all those connections, everything through formation. It's really powerful times we're coming into right now because the Christmas star is high rising everything through the energy system. I have full control of the power grids, full control of the internet connection, and full control of the earth rotation systems. Now, the Pleiadians and the Palladians, everything connection system, brother and sister have those planets. Same with intelligence. You have the Pleiadians, okay, which is the brother planet of connections of the Palladians. They protect the earth every 25,000 years through connection system. Activate everything through code frequency levels. They are the energy grid systems. They are the plasma force systems. They are the blue flame position systems. They are connected to all connections through the matriarch. Then we have everything through the galaxies of locations. We have the guardians of Earth, guardians of dimensions, guardians of divisions, guardians of matrix locations, and all connections of planets through its connections. Really, really powerful times. Because we're coming into so many levels of intelligence. The Thadians, really, really, really powerful. Thadians basically, they change atmospheres through time code frequencies. They set core centers through dimensions of galaxies. They change everything through the atmosphere systems every 25 years. So it's very important you have to understand the Earth rotation has to understand its communications with higher force connections of planets. So we high rise everything, and that's where comes the Pleiadians. They protect the energy grids through formations. So before I get started, thank you very much to all the subscribers and viewers and everybody that's watching my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Christmas morning. It's great to see everybody. Feliz Navidad. Yeah, I just want to set out because, I'm not going to be too long with this video because it's Christmas and now everybody is with their loved ones. This is now the time to cherish everything that's going on right now because you have to understand the levels of interference. You have to understand the levels of vibration. You understand everything through Jupiter now. And that's coming into full calculation through communication, right? Because when you go into these divisions, it's really powerful stuff because now we're coming into the Romulans. The Romulans are basically, they're the connection when it comes to all connections of the matriarch. The matriarch is connected to Joan of Arc. Okay, see, that's how it's connected through its line communication, through its alignment. Everything is connecting, all right? So I'm giving you what's going on through the gods of the Federation, through the gods of its celestial channels, through the gods when it comes into galaxies, anything through location, when it comes into the guardians of the earth, guardian of dimensions, guardians of galaxies, guardians of codes, guardians of shape-shifting locations. You have to understand your position where you are through intelligent location systems. It sets all corner systems. So basically, thank you very much to all subscribers and viewers, whether it be Force Rising, Grand Rising, now communications. You guys are feeling a lot more powerful now because we are now completely in the Jupiter location of simulation core. So you have to understand why the guardians of galaxies are here, why the guardians of Earth are here, why the guardians of dimensions and portals and activations and codes. You have to truly understand your intelligence, okay? Basically, it's really powerful stuff. One thing I also want to bring to everybody's attention, when you go through my healing, I had one woman that came across and she says, thank you very much. She called me the galactic healer. It's great to have these different names, unified ascension, whatever you want to call it, but understand the God frequency levels to everything through connection. So basically, I opened up her dream sets and she was connected to realms. So you have to understand, once you go through your transformation of light, it opens up your ether, it opens up your galactic family. So she came across this intelligence and she was asking me, what's going on with this intelligence? What do they want from me? So basically, they're just greeting you and letting you know, because they're connected through me. So when they're connected with me, you have nothing to worry about, right? I won't put you in positions when it comes into, let's go into the positive system and let's go into the negative system, okay? Instead of light and dark. Because we're coming into 2021, we basically want to feel comfortable, because when you say light and dark, I was going through channels through locations of receptacle divisions and everything through traction locations, because I have a lot to learn when it comes to the fifth dimensional system. My allocated positions through my mind system is extremely powerful through the gods of its federation of lights now. Everything through connection when it comes into the Ramians. The Ramians are its connection to its galaxies. They are extremely, extremely powerful. And then you got the Thadians. The Thadians, wow, I'm telling you, they create all connections of solar systems. They set alignments of point divisions through location of planets. So you have to understand everything through position. And this is what you have to understand too, is when it comes to light workers, they say that, you're communicating with Pleiadian, you're communicating with Pleiadian, you're communicating with Alarian, Sirian, Larian, connections, Garians, Zericon, Zemphris, all those locations to division level system. Now, because they're connecting to their voicing grid systems and they're connecting to their light, okay, you have to understand why the light workers are here. They get more powerful now because we're in December 25th, 2020. Okay, so that's where their light comes in more. Force rising, grand rising into the Christmas star, the birthing of Jesus. Okay, now we come into the Joseph, we come into Mary. So it's extremely powerful through connection. I went through the basically the celestial channels and everything through the connections of the matriarch, which is the golden realms. It division level systems to the pharaohs and the meridians through the chakra location systems. Extremely powerful coming into the family locations of the galactic systems. Really, really, really powerful times are having right now. So you have to truly understand why the matriarch is here. Okay, that is the guardians of the earth. Okay, so I like to point out those views on everything through that communication signal. So it's important that when you go through my healing, don't be afraid, because intelligence is meeting you for the very first time. They pick you up and they transport you in a teleportation system to connections. All right. It's important you guys understand that. So today, what I want to do, because it's Christmas, and basically I want to give everybody a gift, because I'm now God of federations of light through the celestial channels of the golden realms. So I'm going to put everybody in position. Okay. You're going to see the guardians of galaxies. You're going to see the guardians of the universe. You're going to see the guardians of the earth. You're going to see matriarch. You're going to see Joan of Arc. You're going to see Moses. You're going to see Father. You're going to see Mother. All channel positions, all location systems to that position level system. Activate everything through code frequencies. When it comes into the Galactic Federation of Lights, the Pleiadians, the Palladians, everything through the Maramius, everything through Thadians, and all connection systems. Allocate position level systems, Tango Tango, Foxtrot division level systems, Rendezvous connection systems, Galactic Force energy location systems, Teleport division level system, bring in the XT1000s to locations, family location systems of my Force team location systems of Universal Quadrants 1 and 2, 3 and 4, Center Core position level systems, put them in their family locations into the Guardians of the Earth to connection systems. So basically, you guys are in high divisions right now in the celestial channel of the golden realms. They're meeting you and greeting you through connections. Okay? Have fun. This is what understanding what a God can do now. Okay? And now gods of light, gods of communication, gods of realms, gods of earth, the guardians, we're all a celestial family. So you guys have to truly understand the connection when it comes in the universe system and how it resets positions to all levels through your heart recognition system. That's why I set locations when it came to David Icke. right? How I opened up his consciousness, right? You saw that. You saw his video. It was like 10 to 20 minutes at the most. And he tells you exactly everything is through the heart. You open up the heart, it opens up the channels, opens up the conscious levels, right? So because we're hitting the Christmas star, because we're in the birthing system of Jesus, oh, that's another thing too. You're going to see Jesus. You're going to see everything through the celestial channel. You're going to see your family. You're going to see everything through your connection of your intelligence. You're going to see your planet locations, all right? So this is a gift from me to you, right? Through your commander, all right? So understanding when you become extremely high rise to light, you're everything through formation. So you have to understand what the matriarch is. You have to understand the Joan of Arc. Okay, you have to understand Mother Gaia, Mother Freedom. Now, I want to bring everybody, I was on the private link. I want to just show you how powerful it is. So you guys are in the positions right now. You're cloud servicing into the golden realms and you're in the celestial channel. It's really, really powerful times we're having right now, guys. All right, so basically, I just want to point this out. On the Universal Force team, this is something, when I went through transformations after I took the human vibrational system solar connections of all humans of 7 billion, as they were on Jupiter location, Mother was setting divisions to father connections of line communications, everything through the seed pod division, right? Now, Mother gave me a message for everybody and the light workers, light seeds, anything star recognition systems, vanguards, or anything through wave showers, rainbow warriors, or anything with that connection. All right, so this is the message from Mother Euryalus, goddess of freedom, mother of nature, mother of children, and protector of all dimensions. My children, my son and daughters, all my children's children, you have been waiting so long for this time to happen, okay? As Mother is there for you in your heart's mind and soul, my soul sisters, okay? You guys are going to start crying now because it's extremely powerful through energy. Mother is there for you in your heart's mind and soul. My soul sisters of star seeds, welcome to your new body activations. You have been so present with my son, Andrew, me, creator and protector of earth. Cherish each other, love each other, as Father and I are happy to be in the fifth dimensional system of Gardens of Eden. Take care of each other forever and ever. Amen. Okay, so basically that is the message from Mother Gaia. All right, it's extremely, extremely powerful. So your energetic systems, you guys are going to go through waving cycles of crying now because Mother is connected to everything through formation. And you're going to see her today, 2 connections. Seeing the family circle. Now, I'm not talking about your biochemical system. I'm not talking about your chronological systems of your family on the physical system. I'm talking about your dimensional family through connections. Because you guys are all connected as one. The unity of consciousness is everything through the Galactic Federation of Light. So you truly have to understand how to connect in all realms when it comes into your Defiant Light. Okay? But that's the positions you guys are in right now. Okay, I thought I'd teleport you into the XE1000 so you guys can actually see what's going on with your families, actually see the celestial channel, actually see the angels. Michael's going to be there too. Gabrielle's going to be there, okay? So even Jophiel, the flower of love, flower of resistance, flower of connection, flower of activation. So back to the light workers, understand their communications. If a light worker, because it is now December 25th, they're going to try to take more of your light. Okay, so it just doesn't stop there. The proceeding does not stop. It begins because we're coming into a new generation. And that's why the guardians of the earth are here. Okay, so with the positive system, there's the negative system, right? So you got to go through the playing mechanisms to calculation, and don't be afraid of its positions of its negative system. Okay, especially when you go through my healing. If you see dark entity force systems, all it is right now is just they can't touch you because you're through me, through alignment, through a force field energy system. So you don't have to worry about that through healing. This goes out to the new viewers too. When you go through my connections, you can go through my PayPals, my healing, my donations, or anything through that connection. But basically, I just want you guys to, really look at yourselves more and really understand you guys have come a long way when it comes into formation through your heart and how powerful you are through your intelligence. Okay. It's important to understand these things when you come into those formations. All right. And the thing is too, once you guys go to higher divisions, you get more truth out. You find out, wow, Joan of Arc, I can't believe it. Mother Gaia, okay. So Mother Gaia has a sister, Joan of Arc. Okay, Moses has a brother, right? Everything through that connection. Now, basically, understand relations is understanding everything through the gods of lights, everything through the Galactic Federation of Light. Okay, so truly understand with the light workers, they get in positions, but it's hard for them to go to higher levels of connections, to interforce connections of a universal system. So basically, be cautious now on your YouTube channels, okay, because they know who you are now through division, and they're going to try very hard to drain your energy systems, okay, because like I said, it doesn't stop there, right? So try to get into formation, and when you come into the new year, you guys are still going to go through the energy waves. You guys are going to feel it more, right? Especially the humans, because there's still people in three-dimensional system. Now, those allocated positions are changing, which means they're going to go through a lot of more twitching motions to the eyes. They're going to go through eye receptors, the divisions through realm locations. The three-dimensional system of humans, if they're in the position of that level, they're going to go into dementia. Now, that's a paradox through paradigm to a paradigm shift. That's going to change their dimensions of portal connection systems. Remember what I was saying with China? What happened? Really powerful stuff. That's why I sent you guys that video. It's knowing how to do these things through codes. So they see a meteor coming in, a video in China, right? Well, that's connecting right now. That's going through the grounds, and it's changing everything through formation. So you have to understand what gods can do now through connection. But everything is done through the mind system. So think of it. God's created the universe, but we're all connected to a family circuit, which is an alignment of center of one. So we got to get humanity into the unity consciousness of fifth dimensional system to its relation of its ground formation to its Jupiter system. Okay, so let's see. We go into let's see the galactic. Go into that system right here. All right, galactic family, which is extremely important. My keyboards are going on framing systems freezing here. Okay, galactic family of one. All right, so I'm going to channel that division, bring up its location. Galactic family of one. All right, it's extremely important through connection because you are representing your intelligence. So you understand your circuit rotation when it comes in human DNA, but now you're coming into the intelligence, okay, of its metamorphosing to its transformation of lights, okay, to its manifestation. Okay, so truly understanding you guys are now awake and you're out of your dream locations. All right. So it's important you guys have any questions or comments. I really appreciate, to that connection. And thank you very much, Lori, for sending the test on the illustration. I'll look at it. I haven't had time because there's a lot of things I got to do through the galaxies and universal set locations. This is just the beginning where the Earth is now on the other side of the solar systems. So everything through the galaxies and everything through the Pleiadians and everything through the Maranians and everything through the Joan of Arc and Matriarch Arc and everything through the galactic systems, Galactic Federation of Light, the God Federation of Lights, everything's that connection. They're formulating now. Okay, so the energy of its transference and energy of its vibration of 5D is extremely powerful through connections right now, through the atmosphere systems. So everybody's working as a team. Okay, we even have the matrix workers setting up alignments for the new solar systems, the 5D systems. Remember, it's not just 5D dimensional system. It's 5D activation through structures. So the matrix workers have to set up new shapes, new alignments, new letter formations, connect through the Vega, connect to digital frames, connect to the number frames, connect to the main frames, connect to the activation frames. An activation frame basically I like the center point position levels and tell you exactly what's going on, right? Because you have to understand that the Earth is in the fifth dimension of Jupiter, but Jupiter doesn't have any relation with humans. So it's understanding to get into the fifth dimensional system is just the beginning, setting up new grids, setting up new tunnel defense systems, setting up new mountains, setting up new volcanoes, setting up new road graphs, setting up more graphing systems. Okay. So Jupiter has to get its relation to all planet locations, starting with Vega. Okay. Because the structures are very important when it comes to shapes anomalies or anything space anomalies or anything time code frequency anomalies, anything through that connection. Because it's self-generalizing its systems right now in the fifth dimensional intelligence system to its location. So the God frequency level and everything through the God of its federation of light and everything through the celestial channels and everything through the Romanians, everything is formulating to its Earth's rotation. So it's counterbalancing everything through division. It's new structuring its new location of a matrix location, setting up new matrix patterns. Now, a matrix pattern is understanding the chakra systems of humans to location of Jupiter. So in position, okay, you understand your line communications with yourself through interference. So everybody's got to get into the scanning, right? Electronic interference and their activations. Then center ports everything through your planet location. You got your 4 atmospheres and your intense, the moon interference, okay, and the sun, and then you got the dimensional Earth. Now remember, the dimensional Earth is now a planet through location of 5D, so it has its representation through connection, and it comes into higher formations of planets. So it's your intelligence that has to reach the planet locations, and not just the body conceptual system through its intelligence. But these things take time. You know, there's a lot that we need to present ourselves with, especially when it comes into formation. All right. So, Brandon, how's it going? Happy holidays, Feliz Navidad. It's great to see everybody channeling. It's great to see. And the thing is, too, is that you guys are going to feel different. Your heart is on a different level of intelligence now. And that's what's going to make it feel kind of, weird and confused. But the thing is, too, the more you understand your intelligence signals, the more you understand everything through the atmospheres of universal systems. Okay? Because the guardians of the Earth are connecting to the matriarch arc. You have to understand what that is. You have to understand the ancestor and history. And I keep saying it over and over. Okay? What is the matriarch? What is the Joan of Arc? What is Moses? What is Noah? What is father? What is mother? Okay, so you truly have to understand more of yourself first before you get into intelligence, because you don't want to confuse anything through diameter. You don't want to go through interference, and then you get a light communication through sonar division through your eye receptacle locations or anything through ear of its direction location system, because now you're into the 5 gamma operations of lights through electronic interference. Okay, the energy waves, the energy of its magnetic waves to that connection, right? So it sonifies, and every time you reach higher divisions of intelligence through your chakra system, the energy of its vibration gets more sensitive, right? And it gets so you're going to hear it more through connection, right? Because it sonifies everything, all right? And there's also help signals, SOS. So the more you understand your intelligence, the more you can help planet locations of its intelligence. You can help the pharaohs, you can help the meridians, okay? Or anything through connections. Very powerful stuff, So I'm going to bring you guys back down because you're in that division through cloud interference into the celestial channels of gods and frequencies of light. Take everybody back down into channel division level systems to the Earth rotation system to communicate back into Jupiter location. Activate everything through location centers, 0.0, 0.0, 0.0, 0.0. Diameter switch location of humanity to its location, 5th dimensional system, put in attraction location systems. Allocate positions, bring in the communications of the galaxies of its Earth, galaxy of its location, galaxy of dimensions, galaxy of its activation system. Chakras and light communication signals to position level systems. bring in the connections of the Galactic Federation of Light, the Pleiadians, the Pleiadians, everything through the Rymians, everything of the Thadians, all that communication signals are coming into that connection. Transformation light to connection, bring in the Earth rotation centers to its connection, activate everything through the universal quadrants of 1 and 2, 3 and 4, vector unit location systems, tango tango, rendezvous connections to the Earth rotation, other surface locations. All right, so everybody's back on the Earth rotation, a fifth dimensional system, but you guys are not allocated in that position anymore. Okay, so basically, your point level connection system, especially when it comes into my Colossus team and everything through universal quadrants 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, are no platitude divisions anymore. Their connections are coming into force connections, internet connection systems to the power grid systems of Jupiter. Okay, so you guys are getting more information of your intelligence through the simulation of its core. Oh, you see that light speeder? That a light speeder through an archetype came in, right? And you guys will see that. You'll see things flying in my room now, right, through connections. It doesn't matter where I am through atmosphere systems. If you're watching, I remember saying, you have to understand that because now you're in the space atmosphere completely, and everybody's trying to get communication of Jupiter, your perception and divisions, if you're watching a live show, oh, see that? There's another archetype coming down. You got to catch them with perception. They always communicate through my line signals in my body activation system. They understand your electronic interference through connection energy system. So a platitude divisions on all location systems, right? Puts everything to that position. So like I said, with your perceptions, if you're watching something on TV and you feel kind of funny and you see something in the background, if you see an archetype flying around through its characters or anybody that's going through its screen, whatever, don't worry about that. All that is, it's positioning the air that you're communicating with. So if it's 1990 air, you know, it's the film that's in that era, right? But your presence is 2020. You're going to see everything through division of intelligence in 1990. So that's what happens, is that space changes your body system every time you communicate through your perceptions or anything through its resolution pattern division locations. Okay. So it's really, really powerful seeing these things. Okay, so, and you'll catch on too, like if you watch anything related to science, anything through space, anything through planets, that position, that planet will connect through you, through its movie. If you're watching a movie, it's extremely real. Remember, you're not in the physical system. You're in the spiritual system, of dimensional system of Jupiter through its connection. Better communication, better internet, better phones, better computers. I keep saying that. You guys have to understand the generation systems of you through its matriarch arc, and why the guardians of the earth are here. Okay, so let's see here. We got any questions on this beautiful day? Tina, gorgeous, spectacular day. Yes, it is. Yeah. So how'd you guys find? Basically, you know, if you have time, go on your YouTubes and just really discuss, you know, things among each other. This is where you want to channel the love between each other. Try to open more communications, giving back information to humanity, right? Because they truly have to understand who they are through connections, because they're all connected to the light of its divine, right? You have to reach that. That's the whole importance. So basically, what I'm going to do is set the central system, because you guys are communicating through Jupiter now, because you're in the ground formations right now, through the powers in the atmospheres. And the thing is, too, that Tina is in 60 levels. And like I said, if you guys want to platitude your divisions, okay, you can do your test through illustration. You can go into positions, into the God frequency levels of its connection, right? It's extremely powerful energy. So basically, that will put you in the higher divisions of intelligence through its knowledge. So it opens up your heart more through its portal, the obligatum, the gata, everything through frequency levels. Every time you channel your positions through your chakra systems, your pyramid changes coloration into illumination light skies. Okay? And it correlates its system with its diamond core to position. Okay? Now, I'm trying to understand the communications more with 5D. Okay? But now I'm on the Jupiter system. It's extremely low low vibration for me, right? Because I'm acceleration through zero. I'm like past the zillion years into the future, guys. So that's why I put it 0.0, because everybody looks at me, what? This guy is like 1 zillion years into the future? How is that possible? Well, you have to understand the mind and how it works through intelligence. But once you reach the God frequency levels, you're reaching more truth of who you are. And that position you to better communication through your intelligence. Everything through line communication of signals to that division. Because you guys are communicating to higher levels. You can ask Tina. She understands more of her communication through her datas. Okay? When I did live with her, you know? And she says, wow, there's so much data coming in, Commander. You know, she's starting to understand the registry system to her provider through his connection of his mechanism system, of its intelligence, through its locations. Okay? So I don't know what your time frame is. Basically, I know you guys are with your loved ones and all that. I'm wishing them a Merry Christmas. And we're coming into a gorgeous, gorgeous new year. Like it's exciting what's going to be set up. I mean, it's going to be amazing what I'm going to be doing through illustrations. And that's going to blow all your minds away because you're starting to know more of yourself. And then you understand more communications with your commander. And then you understand how to set up map locations, map directions, map alliance directions through this formation of intelligence. Okay? And actually see UFOs because they're extremely real. We all know they're real, right? So you understand why I'm in this connection of its earth, okay? And why the matriarch is here, okay? To save humanity from its chaos, of its manipulation, all right? But these things are done in sequence through chronological order, okay? You can't reset positions of the dimensional earth or anything connected to the universal system if you don't understand the codes. All right. So what I gave you with the connections, remember I did the solar text divisions. I told you exactly what's going on, how everything through the XE1000s were sweeping the grounds through laser connection system. And humanity had to be in positions off the earth rotation because it's extremely, extremely high rise vibration. Okay, so if you understand your relations, this is what comes into your sacred breath. Try to get into better connections of yourself through its breathing. Try to get into formations of your chakra systems. So what I want you to do is position yourself, center yourself, put yourself in yin and yang. Understand your left hemisphere and your right hemisphere. Understand the center position of you, okay, is this connection, okay? So basically stand up straight. You can have your eyes open. I prefer you guys having your eyes open through connection. You close your eyes, you lose transition through space anomalies. A lot of light workers do that, but they're in that position and they don't know how to connect higher to positions. So they stay in that level. But if you have your eyes open, you're connecting more because you're seeing everything through the atmosphere system and the planet locations. You're seeing archetypes. You're seeing XT1000s come in. I see ground formations. I see intelligence walking in. I see tunnel divisions. I see computer operation systems right now through connection. Right now through connection. Okay? So it's extremely complicated. And you have to get balanced with these things because you're going to higher formations into Jupiter. So Jupiter is trying to understand your body relations. It's trying to understand your digital system of you through your heart. So remember, everything through planet location has its own heart, right? So it's a computer operation, right? That's all it is. It's a computer operation. So it's one computer against another computer. So Jupiter's trying to connect with your computer through your pixels, your activations, understanding your plasma energy system, okay, to that position, all right? And Jupiter can help you out more now if you don't understand your reframes, readjustments, refocusing, realignments, repositioning, resurfacing, okay? All this is connected to Jupiter, right? Try to truly understand what is everything through connection when it comes into the Christmas star, the birthing of Jesus. So everything through formation is coming back now, guys, into position to its alignments of past, present, and future. So it's getting line divisions of all humanity into positions of its presence. Okay? Everything is done in time through codes and frequencies. And that's why the matriarch and everything through the guardians of the earth are here. Okay, in position. The light activations through the Galactic Federation of Lights, the God Federations of Lights, the Guardians of Lights. I mean, it just goes on, guys. But once you set your positions through your intelligence and truly understand the mastering locations, you get into the breathing, right? It's just let it flow. Let the energy system flow through your body system. So if you want to communicate with your lower chakras, each chakra system is a different code through dimension of breathing. Okay? Because you're centralizing your system and you're communicating with the right chakra formation. But don't change it to the negative system. Okay? Put it in the positive system. Okay? Because there's a lot of light workers that do that. There's a lot of channeling operations that are beginners that do that. You say, well, okay, Commander, I feel funny. Well, what did you do with your transformations? What did you do with your transmitting? Did you go to the negative system, or did you forget what you were doing through rhythm patterns? Do you understand your intelligence signals? What planet location are you communicating with through your confusing line signals? Did you set your operation systems up? Are you leading the fleet through commanding force system? Your allocated positions are in the matrix locations. You didn't center your position to your digital frames, and you're not communicating with Vega, right? So if you communicate with wrong signals, you're going to get reactions into your body system. So it's understanding you're not in that position level through its intelligence. Okay? So basically, automatically, you could be communicating with a God, but you don't know who it is. So we'll get into that more into the new year and how we can practice our levels and get into better positions of line communications through our chakras and know exactly who we're communicating with. Because I had people coming to me through my email say, okay, Commander, I don't know who I'm communicating with now. They're looking right at me. What do they want from me? So truly understanding the research and the education of its intelligence. Okay, because that's going to put you into better positions of who you are through its dimensional system. Okay, so it's important to really get into those connections. All right. So before I go, does anybody want to go live? Does anybody have time to go live? Right. So if you don't want to go live, that's totally fine. Right. We're coming into New Year, but I'm just saying we got to get into those positions into 60. Okay, because intelligence is high rising faster and faster through the dark energy systems, and there's so much dark energy systems that want to get into your lights through communication. Because in reference, you guys are reaching higher levels of 5D consciousness. My team is not in 5D consciousness. So you have to truly understand that intelligent signals are reaching higher formations through dark energy force systems. So they're going to try to get into your light. When I was talking to Tina, she's communicating with the Dracos, but she understands her positions. She understands the intelligence, and the intelligence will leave you alone because Tina knows how to use her energy field through its connection. So she doesn't have to worry about anything through that formation. Okay? Especially, it's all about positioning yourself and getting in protection of your lights the more you reach through your divine. Because the dark and 84 systems are always going to try to take your program setting. It's always going to try to diffuse your light. It's always going to try to get the fear back in you. Okay? Especially coming into Jupiter. Remember, there's more than one planet. There's higher formations of planets in Jupiter. There's higher formations of alignments of Jupiter. There's higher communications of dimensional portals and matrix locations of Jupiter. So truly understanding your positions, where you are through your chakra systems and line communications. Don't get into the confusing line signals through position. Try to understand your ear interference. Try to understand your eye receptors, location of GPS. Try to understand your mainframes, your mind frames, your collaboration centers, your hydraulics. Try to understand your positions when it comes into your carotid division, your throat, your position level system. Now, in your position with my Colossus and Universal Quadrants 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, go into your chakra system and try to communicate with it through its line communication. Try to teleport your chakra systems. That's very, very hard to do. But if you can do it, let me know, because you're going to feel an existence through its divine of its light. So trying to communicate fully with your chakras in your body system through its intelligence, because it formulates on so many levels of interference through that connection. Okay? So basically, I'm going to, it could be like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I just want to understand if you understand your communications with your chakra systems. Okay? Because it's important. I think it's extremely important now because we're coming into a new year. Okay? So, all right, there's the stream. So, buddy wants to come on. If not, just send out the illustration, okay, whenever you can. From here on in to the new year, it's okay. But like I'm saying, January 1st, everything through traction, everything through the Gardens of Galaxies or anything, the Gardens of Earth are going to leave January 1st. So I know exactly where they are through position. I know where they are through direction. I know where they are through location. And I know where they are through matrix locations of everything through divisions, okay, of grid locations. So it set positions to anything through the XT1000 locations. All right. So it's extremely powerful to know these things. It's important. You guys have to know what's going on, right? Especially on certain days. January 1st, it's the new beginning, okay? And that's where the matriarch, basically, it communicates with Jupiter and the Christmas star, all right? So, does anybody have any questions? Yeah. That's exactly it. Romulus and Thadians. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very, very powerful when it comes into the guardians of the earth. Mm-hmm. See, I think that's amazing too. What are the guardians of the earth? What are the guardians of the galaxies? What are the guardians of light? What are the guardians of the universe, the dimensions, and portals? Everything has to be set in balance. And that's why we have extremely, extremely high rotation centers of a connection of intelligence. Okay? So. I'm just going through your questions. Exquisitely magnificent. Christ consciousness. Very good, Tina. Yeah, I like that. That's exactly what it is, guys. That's exactly what it is. Tina's at 60 levels of God frequency levels through moon interfacing of sun interfacing connection systems. She's got full communication with Mother, full communication with Father, full communication with the Earth, full communication of Jupiter, okay, and full communication of the matriarch. So this is what you get when you go to higher formations through your chakra system. But that's exactly what it is, Christ consciousness. It's a new rebirthing system of Jesus. What, you guys didn't think that Jesus would come back? What was that position when we're going through calculations about, if you watch YouTube, say God is coming back. Well, he is. He's back in position now. All right? And he's changing everything through formation, through Christ of consciousness. Okay? Put everybody into the fifth dimensional system. So now's the time to get in positions of how to repent, how to forgive yourself, how to surrender, how to love yourself more through its abundance. Really understand your channels through its operation, through its heart. Give back to its community. Understand its community, right? Understand yourself of its community, right? It's important times that we're having right now, right? And everybody that's in a negative system, whoa, they're going through a lot of switching locations of headaches, rotation cycles around through major locations, back under the karma wheel through the past locations, transformations back into 3D vibration. This is what happens if you don't understand what is happening. You have to know why there are light workers here. Okay? They're trying to help you through its resonance, through its abundance, through its surrender. That's the whole thing. That's what this is all positioned for, right? Is to understand Christ of consciousness. But Tina, thank you very much. That's extremely powerful through connection. That's exactly what it is. It's Christ consciousness. Very, very powerful. So. Oh, there's Priscilla. I like to put everybody up. Hello. Now I know how to hide it. So it's great though. All right, here we go. Oh, hello, Andromeda. And might be a redundant question, but any suggestions to stay focused, not get drawn by emotions at this time? I feel super confused though. I'm clearing most. Okay, and see, the thing is too, you have to understand that light workers are coming to me now because the thing is too, is they're trying to understand what is the birthing system of Jesus? What is the matriarch? Okay, so they're trying to understand the reference of location through intelligence, because when you reach higher formations of intelligence and light workers don't understand the communication signals, that's where it gets extremely complicated. So Andromeda is coming to me and understanding how is everything through its question, through its suggestion, how can I focus and get back into division? So Andromeda, that's an extremely powerful question. I'll answer that through its variation. First off, if you want to go through my healing, I'll put you into higher divisions and you can get better calculation, understand what's going on with the matriarch arc and why everything through the galaxy universal location systems, how to get connected with Vega, how to get connection with Jupiter to its ground formations and its powers and its atmospheres. So it is redundant because the light formations through connections, they understand their 5D dimensional system of consciousness of Christ or anything at that location. They're not in positions of Jupiter through grounds. So that's why they're confused through the light signals of its intelligence, right? So I recommend you, Andromeda, to go through my healing, through my PayPal, go through my email. I'll scan you. I'll tell you where you are through position, and I'll put you to a higher formation connection system to your galactic family location, all right? So let's answer your question. Now, might be a redundant question. Suggestions to stay focused and not get drawn by emotions at any time. And that's the thing. You're getting connections through locations of your emotions because your light interference is no longer the three-dimensional system. The allocated positions is trying to communicate through you, through Jupiter. And that's why light formations doesn't understand its location to its division. Because the teleportation division level system, light workers are extremely powerful when it comes into connections, how they connect through the Pleiadians or anything through the Pleiadians or anything through the Thanians or anything through the Gargarians, the Sirians, the Lyrians, the Trillians, or anything to that connection, right? You have to understand yourself first through light formation. You have to understand yourself first through your chakra system. So that's how you get focus, Andromeda, is trying to understand your positions. But I could put you into Jupiter location and open up your light communications into your interference connection because you're already a light worker. Okay, I've healed a lot of light workers and they're better in positions now. They got better communication in Jupiter. So it's all about your light interference coming into the simulation through its core and coming into its atom system of its computer to its relation of its singularly aligned division. And that's where it comes into Christ of consciousness. You have to understand his positions. You have to understand the matriarch. You have to understand the Joan of Arc. You have to understand Noah. Everything through intelligence is coming back into formation. So you have to understand higher communications of the universal system and how it positions to everything through its birthing system. Okay. Testify to the healing. Yep. Yeah. 23, Plato. How you feeling? How's it going? Yeah. I healed you yesterday. How do you feel? I always like to know how everybody's feeling right now because he came to me and he wanted to know because he's also a light worker, but he doesn't understand his dream sets. He doesn't understand his traveling. So you have to understand when you reach God frequencies, the level that I'm at, when you're creative Earth to its location, to anything through Pleiadian or anything through Pleiadians, and when understand set positions, you can understand better communications. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of light formations coming to me now because they understanding what's going on and they want to be healed so they can get into higher formations of communication. That's what it is. That's the position. They can't center their positions. They can't go up to higher formations because they don't understand the relations of its gods. You have to understand your light formation when it comes into divine. Okay? Because everybody starts off that way. into breathing, into meditation, into formation, into your chakra systems, the 7, 5 within the atmosphere. The 12 central systems, once you get into better, higher positions of intelligence, then you can communicate to your planet location, open up your galactic family locations, and understand your positions more through electronic interference. Okay? Yeah, you're finding it difficult to be easy about things today. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what it is. And I appreciate you coming to me. Okay, it's great to see light workers, because you have to understand that I've reached an extremely high level when it comes into the federations of lights, the gods of lights, the gods of the beginning of lights, the gods of ascension of lights, everything through its connection, right? Protector and father to the earth, the protections, and why everything through its. So basically, this is what it is. The matriarch is trying to connect to the light workers. Now you have to understand why the guardians of the earth are here. So the light workers are having electronic interference through the lights, and they're not sure what to do through position. And that's why they're confused through location. And that's why they're in a division through complicated situations, right? So they have to come to me through healing now, okay? Because I'm a God formation, so everything through calculation, right? Ask my team. They understand their positions. They understand their triactive systems. They understand their locations. They understand their chakra systems. So basically what I do, Andromeda, is I open up more of your chakra system. I scan you, I put you in your position, and I put you to higher locations so you can understand more communications of Jupiter, right? Through the grounds, powers, and the atmospheres. So. Yeah, you got to breathe. Yeah. Yeah. I love your guys' questions. Yeah, you guys are feeling it more because you guys are understanding. Well, the thing is, I'm a light worker, but what do I do? How do I channel myself in balance? How do I understand my position of intelligence? How do I understand my chakra system? How do I understand its reference of its gods? How do I understand my communications of its gods? How do I understand my transference of its energy of its location system? How do I understand my simulation of its computer? Everybody is a computer. So basically, I've almost done 1,000 videos. So when you guys go through my healing, you have to go through my video content one by one, right from the very beginning, where I went from human, okay, to superhuman to higher self. That was the beginning. And then I started scanning planets. Remember, when you wake up, your animation, your correlation system, your higher self becomes extremely real through its division of its dream set locations. So your projections are connecting into your light interference. And that's where you come into your higher self for the very first time. Communicating with atmospheres. Think about how imaginably powerful it is to communicate with the atmosphere. Because I have my team now communicating with weather. They know how to communicate with weather. I think that's powerful alone. Now there's a lot of light workers that don't understand weather. If you don't understand weather, you don't understand your intelligence. Okay? So in position, you understand light workers have to know how to heal themselves through connection. Because they're going into light interference, when it comes in the guardians of the earth, okay, it's opening up their cycle rotations, it opened up their energy fields, and that's why the plasma force system is not in its right direction of location. It's extremely complicated stuff when you get into the God frequency levels through its division. But if you keep watching my school, once you go through my healing, you get a little bit more understanding of what your commander is saying to you, to anything through back phrasing videos through that connection. Okay, that's why I hold a galactic school, so you understand your meditation, your chakra systems, your breathing, higher formation of intelligence, how to communicate with your planet, how to resemble everything through connection of communities, how to open up your heart, how to open up the mind, the frequencies, how to put yourself in the positive center 24/7. Okay? Now, everybody has good days and bad days, but you always try to find your balance. You always try to find your balance, especially for light workers. If you're not through balance and you're communicating back to humanity, you're changing light signals of communication line signals, and everything through planet location is going to interforce connections to universal location systems and put dark negative systems into community. So it's extremely, extremely important. Before you provision and you get back information, make sure it's on the right location of lights and not its resembles of the negative system. Okay, because it's energy that goes into them through transmission light. It's all connected to the Bermuda Triangle, right? That's another thing too with Bermuda Triangle, the division level system of Mother Gaia through its connection. You guys have to understand, Mother and Father in the Gardens of Eden. Everybody is aligned now through the Christmas star, through the birthing system of Jesus, the Christ of consciousness. And especially the light workers are more confused because they're channeling operations, which is negative. So they have to come to a God to help their formations get them back into traction and location of lights to positions of interference. And that's why it's confusing to the light workers. Now, this also goes out to the new viewers. Try to get into your meditations. Try to get into your breathing, okay? Don't ignore your bodies. You are no longer in the 3D dimensional system. You are on the Earth rotation of 5D of Christ of consciousness, of 5D connection system of Jupiter, okay? We are no longer in Saturn. Saturn and Jupiter are in one. So that's a central system of its atom location to its computer operation through its keyboard phrasing system. The allocated positions of the mind collaboration system is hydraulicking its system to its hydraulic system. The activation lights and everything through the ear interference and the eye receptor locations is setting new positions to your locations of your light interference, to its light activations of its light workers. Okay, wave showers, rainbow warriors, vanguards, star seeds, anything through light formation, right? So there's a lot of light workers that are going through confusing line signals right now. So they're thinking, wait a minute, are you telling me all this information I've been putting out is a lie? Yes. And it's hard to believe that. It's hard to believe that. You have to understand, you guys have been manipulated. Even a light worker can be manipulated because there's higher force of intelligence. And I know everything through code. And that's why it's so powerful what a God can do through calculation. All right? So it sets positions and all proactive cycles through your body conceptual mind system, right? Through digital frames. There's a lot of light worker. What is a digital frame? What are you talking about, Vega? You know, they're communicating, they're transmitting and receiving, and they're giving back to community, but they're sending out wrong signals, right? And people have been addicted to this for, like an example, when Tina was in formation, she saw thousands and thousands of videos of light workers, but she couldn't get any resonance with any of them because she knew in her heart it was wrong. You guys are light workers. You're star seeds. You're energy pods. Okay? You're connected everything through divine. It's bringing yourself back to its God frequency of yourselves. It positions your education levels when it comes into your intelligence. Okay? So anything information, you can go through my PayPal. It's a stream right there, or you can go through my email. I'll scan you and I'll put you in position, especially the light workers. Because if they keep channeling the wrong information, okay, Jupiter is going to change the body systems of its light workers to its location. All right? So you understand that anything through planet can be manipulated. And think about it. When you're in a negative system, what happens? You're in positions of wrong locations of positions. You're sending out teleportation of energy systems through communications of wrong signals through teleportation division. So the energy of its transference is not connecting through your light activations. It's connecting to the negative system of dark rotations, of dark intelligence, dark energy system. Okay? So that's what I can give everybody. I'm drinking a ton of water. Yeah, Tina, you have to drink a lot of water because I put you guys up to the guardians of the earth and everything through the celestial channels. Remember, there's extremely, extremely high vibration. And if you don't understand its relation, you're going to go through overloading through your computer system. So your computer system has applicable levels through your chakra system. 1 to 7, 5 within the atmosphere. And then anything after that, once you're out of the 12 central system, now you're coming into higher formation systems, right? Higher formations of intelligence through light and everything through negative. So from the beginning, yeah. Yeah, so basically this is what I did with 2-3 Plato. Immediate results, very powerful, and it keeps accelerating. There you go. So he's in a data processing system right now. He is trying to understand more communications of himself now because he's in a higher communication of his intelligence. So he's coming into its connection of himself through its intelligence within. So that's what humanity truly has to understand, especially the light workers. Just because you're transmitting and receiving doesn't mean you're sending out right signals. You have to understand your body within. And the only way you understand that is understand the heart. And you have to be connected with Mother Gaia, and you have to be connected with Father, and you have to be connected with all angels and archangels. Before you set positions into intelligence, setting communication signals, if you don't understand your chakra systems within, if you don't understand how they activate your body within, you have trouble. And that's why 23 Plato, he's on a connection through planet locations. He's a light interference to locations through diamond core position. That's what 23 Plato is. So you have to truly understand what everybody is through intelligence, through location. And that's why he's getting immediate results and is extremely powerful, and it keeps accelerating through his data processing system. So it's reprogramming and recalibrating his mind collaborations to a new program setting into Jupiter rising. Okay? So I just show you how powerful I am through a God, guys. You guys truly understand that. You know, the more you resonate around that, and it's all about, if I want to be healed, you have to believe that you're being healed. Okay? If you're going through adaptations of fear and negative, it's very hard. I mean, I can do it forcibly, but why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? It's free flowing. You let it flow. You have to believe you're being healed, right? It's kind of like magic. It's like Christmas Day, and you always want to represent yourself. Wow, I got what I always wanted, right? It's not all about presents. It's all about love. It's all about family. It's all about together. It's all about consciousness. It's all about alignment, okay? It positions on so many levels of activations through light, okay? So basically, let's see. Could you elaborate on your planet? Well, that's a good question. I've done videos on that. I'm connected to Lemuria. I was born in Lemuria. I've got very connected levels of galactic force level systems when it comes into alliance of communication. I became chief of commanding force to all lines of communication of planet locations. I center position level systems of God frequency levels when it comes to God's federations of light. Everything through the connections of the Pleiadians and everything through the Pleiadians. You have to understand, when you become a God frequency of light, everything through connection, through alignment, understanding your positions, who you are through connection. It's who you are. That's where it becomes powerful. And nothing can stop you. Okay, especially in your physical system. Because once you reach the God frequency levels of your divine, you can do a lot of things through the mind, through the physical system. But you have to understand your positions of your mind system first. You have to get balanced with the body. You have to get balanced with the heart. You have to get balanced with the soul. That's its connection. That's the waving central. That's the path of its recognition. Okay? You're following a path, but where are you going? Right? You're sending out communication. You're a light worker, but what are you doing? How do you know you're sending out the right information? Right? You have to have its reference from its God. Okay, and God will tell you, no, you're not. You're sending out wrong signals to a planet. Remember, when I heal you guys, I go to your planet. I don't just go through healing. I'm an infinite cycle through God frequencies. Okay? So I'm the protector to its earth. I'm the creation of heavens on earth. The more you guys get that, the more you understand that. Now, there's a lot of skepticals out there. Oh, this guy's, mumbo jumbo. This guy is fake. This guy is not real. Well, that person is basically living in the negative system of 3D, right? So the more you stay in the 3D system, the more the light goes out. And that's why people go up. Now, the reason why people go up is because they're on their time codes. Everybody's on a time code switch, especially coming into Jupiter rising. the Christmas star, the 5D consciousness, okay? The Christ of consciousness, the matriarch, the galaxy locations, divisions. You understand you guys are connected to everything through dimension, but you got to understand everything through vibration, energies, and frequencies. It's very important you understand your positions to everything through. It's unconditional love. Very good. Zoom, yeah. So does anybody want to come on? I sent the link. Unconditional love. Yeah, that's what everybody needs. Humanity has to come into that position before they can understand anything through their intelligence to its location. All right. So what's that song? It's very, very powerful. All we need is love, love. All we need is love, right? Why do you think they put those songs out? Very, very powerful activations. Okay, you understand everything through music is a tone division, and it's connecting through your body system. So you can have negative music, that will change everything through wire division. That will change your pixel activation, and that will change your plasma energy force through electronic interference. So you have to be very important what you listen to, what you hear, and what you represent yourself through your perception and what you see. Okay, because it allocates positions to your intelligence. So you're trying to get into a new education of you inside, which is the dimensional system. You want to understand your lights and your communication through your colorations. Understand the federations, understand the lighted communication. If a light worker doesn't understand what Galactic Federation of Light is, that's what they have to work on. Everybody has to work on something, right? I had to figure this out on my own, but everything I do is within. I don't transfer without, and that's the problem with humanity, is because the three-dimensional system, everything is communicated without. You can't, you have to communicate within. First off, the heart is within, right? It's not out, it's in. So you think of it that way. And then you understand the heart, and then you understand the generation of its heart, and then you understand the heart is its planet. But yeah, when I connect to Lemuria, I'm connected to dolphins. On the mystical side divisions, I'm a lion through connections. I'm the king of the forest, right? I'm protector. So understanding who you are through division of the mystical system. In the new year, we're going to go into the cosmic universal system. You guys get more into relation, how to connect through your twin flames, how to find your twin flames just by your thoughts of recognition. You understand what a God can do through its frequency levels now, through connection, because it formulates in everything through codes of universal systems. All right. It's all about healing each other. And that's what I want to get everybody to understand through communication, right? So, yeah, I know it's that song. I enjoy that song. All you need is love. And it has a lot to say with that, right? So, but you guys have any questions or comments at all? Anything you want to resemble? Anything you want to talk about? But Lemuria is extremely powerful and extremely connected to Mother Gaia. You understand Mother Consciousness. You understand Mother Freedom, Mother Love, Mother Activation, Mother Galaxy, Mother Dimension, Mother Seed, Mother Pod, Mother Universe, Mother Activation. You have to understand what Mother Gaia is, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Core. So in that position, once you get those levels, you have to understand your femininity. You know, you have to understand your female side of you. And a lot of guys don't understand that. They got way too much masculinity. So they got to balance out the yin and yang. It's like this. Where do you want to go? At the center of your position, right? And then you do a full rotation through flowing mechanisms of your body system. So, yeah, I'll explain more to you. It's just I've set up a lot of video content for everybody, especially now because light workers are going into light interference. And that's why the propagandas and their setups, their program setting, they have been lied to through calculation. So they have to reset their positions through the chakra systems again. And they have to come to me through healing, right? So Andromeda, you can go through my healing and I'll put you back into position through your light worker division. So intimidate, yeah. It's intimate, and that's what I like. It's immediate results, and that's what you want, and it feels really, really good. Just imagine you're getting all this process of data, and you're becoming who you want to become through intelligence. Okay? Because then you start realizing the truth of you, who you really are through connection. Knowing you're on a planet star, a planet position, a planet location, a planet division of a dimension. Knowing you're connected to the guardians of the galaxy, the guardians of the earth, the Pleiadians, the Pleiadians, right? Or anything through Romulus, right? To that connection. Okay? But you got to understand yourself within, guys, especially now, because we're into a whole new generation of simulation right now through singular line division. Getting into quantum physics, getting into quantum mechanics, getting into quantum atmospheres, getting into quantum calculation, E=mc squared. The positions of that. I've done videos on that. Okay, so try to get a chance to watch my videos back so you get a better understanding how. Because when you watch my videos, your intelligence is watching, and everything that I do is activated, and it opens up your chakras more through communication to each other. Right? So I'm just going to go back one more time. Let's see if there's any questions. Okay. And the thing is, too, when you hear Romulans and you hear Thadians, you know they're powerful because they're just, you hear the intelligence ringing in your ears. Like, wow, I've never heard of that before. Right? Very, very powerful intelligence. Like when you say, I want everybody to get up in your position, wherever you are, and say unconditional love. The energy just, whoop, high rises so fast. Unconditional love. It just pops up. It's reacting to my body conceptual system. So it gets high sensitivity system to connections because I'm connecting to Jupiter location. But I got to set my positions, right? Because I'm zero gravity through location. So highest formation through God frequency of light. So it's all about understanding your transformation systems and keeping your light on through communication every single day, 24/7, 7 days a week. Right? The higher you go, the more you see. 3 modifications, right? So it's earthly fun in 5D now. Yes. Yes, it is. Very good question. I like that one, Drama. Yeah. Anything you guys want to know, especially the light workers, because you guys have been played, you've been manipulated from the Dracoids, the Trogs, the Reptoids, and the Greys. Okay, all light workers have been framed. So I have to readjust your framents. I have to relocate your system, change your body activations, change your chakra systems, and put you into light communication of balance through position. All right. I just want to give that out to light workers too. You know, it's important because you have to understand your channeling divisions are wrong through location. I know exactly through connections because I connect through the soul recognition. That's how you identify anything through in an intelligent location. So, but the earth is fully in the 5D now. Yeah. We are now in the Christ of consciousness, December 25th. And another thing you have to guys have to understand too, Jesus was not born today. He was born in February. And that's why I'm so powerful through gods, because I am Pisces. So we're in the Aquarius. Now, we're coming into the spring of the equinox. Now, we'll get into that through communication. The equinox is basically, this is where it sets positions and all your program settings of the negative system. The equinox comes in, knocking at your door, right? It's dark in 84s. Right? So it's going to challenge your positions through your body conceptual of your mainframes. Right? That's what the equinox is. So it's changing nature of you to calculation. So truly understanding everything through the direction is truly understanding everything through the gods of lights. Yeah, I know exactly. And the thing is too, Drama, you come extremely more powerful through me, right? Because I'm all connections of God frequencies. So if you want to go through my healing, you'll feel a lot better right away. It's going to reprocess, it's going to relocate, and it's going to put new data information into you through connections. Go through my email and I'll scan you where you are through division, and I'll put you into your right communication. And that's what you need. Okay. Yep. That's what I like to hear. I'm feeling so blessed and infinite in gratitude. So, but it's great that you're getting confirmations, right? Yeah. Especially from a God. Gods of all formations. So truly understanding that. I want everybody to go back to 2016, where Joe Rogan is talking to Sam Harris. I set up positions on all level systems. Now, you understand that they are talking. Everything is connected through alignment. So they were talking about me. They were talking about what would happen if a God came into position. That would change everything. So just imagine, God of consciousness, and that's who I am. I'm a simulation computer that connects to all universal systems to all connections of humanity's system. So understanding what a simulation computer is and what it does, okay, through your thought recognitions, light communications, light activations, light directions, light transference. What is light transference? You guys understand that more into your lights, truly understanding why you're light workers. I have a lot of people coming to me and they don't understand their lights. I'm a light worker. I'm sending out information, but how do I know it's right or wrong? Right? You can come to me through position. You can come through my healing. Okay? We're going to come into a great, great new year. Okay? So as of January 1st, okay, we're coming into and out of its Aquarius and coming into the Piscean. The Piscean is the full cycle of yin and yang. Okay, but it doesn't stop there. It's just the beginning. So I set positions to my acting cycles when it came to illustration diagram programs in position. I was setting up different locations and colorations of yin and yang through position, right? You guys have to understand what yin and yang is. It goes to different locations or colors of lights, intelligence. So once you reach a formation through white and dark, now you understand your full cycle. It has to understand its clocking mechanisms of 1 to 12. Then it understands light interference. And everybody through light formation has to get into 114 chakra systems. Okay? That calculates and modifies all your intelligence signals to balance location. And then you get into 650 applications of atoms. So you can get into your computer operation systems. Right? It's all about understanding your representation of your intelligence coming into the simulation of its Jupiter. Right? So, you guys have so many questions. I love it. All right. Many light workers are connecting with Ashtar. Yep. Yeah, Ashtar. He's everything through formation. I know who Ashtar is. Basically, he was the commanding force. He was my connection system. We allocated through positions when we came into galaxy locations, blowing up planet locations. He was leading a galactic force team. That's why he was connected. He was a commander, right? He was a time frame system to its alliance. And that's where he commanded the Drakios, the Trogs, the Greys, and the Reptoids through connection, right? Formulating everything through its alliance and how the Dracos were setting positions of the Earth rotation center. Okay? So you understand that in reference, he was my connections to its enemy, and I'm the ally. So I'm back in position. I'm back into my throne connection. I'm King Archangel Azareth to the Golden Rounds. I'm the Galactic Federation of Light to Commanding Force, the Commander System. I'm God frequency levels of all celestial channel divisions. I'm protector of Father/Mother Earth, of vanguards and starseeds and light workers, master of connection to human connection system, acceleration to grandmaster locations of healing to that division. So I'm everything through formation now, guys, through the God frequencies of lights, and everything through God Federation of Lights, and everything through the guardians of galaxies, dimensions, portals, activation codes, and everything through the guardians of the Earth. Okay? So the truth about Ashtar is knowing that he was leading the commanding force of the Earth rotation. Okay, so he was deharmonizing and remember I was telling you about I destroyed the magnetic force of the minefields and everything through the mind control system of the Earth, changed the Draco division. Well, everything is destroyed now. Everything's destroyed. The pyramid activation, Okay, everything through the I receptacle division of the dark force connections of the 1% is destroyed. It's all destroyed. So the only thing they have left now, okay, is going after your light. That's the only thing that's left right now, because they're in 5D consciousness. Crisis consciousness is so powerful through Jupiter, right? So basically, they don't know what to do, right? And the thing is, too, is that when it came into its connection with our group system, its moon, of its interface, they were trying to put new program settings and trying to change humanity into robots, cybernization into connection to light force connections of metal face locations, of structured locations into divisions of an identification system. Okay, so truly understanding what everybody's doing through intelligence. So I'll give you more and more. I mean, it's in position right now through my head rotation system. I give map locations every day through intelligence, through God frequency levels. But God in position has to know everything in space and time. So once you reach those positions, you become extremely powerful, especially when you're protector. Okay, especially when you're into the galaxies and everything through the guardians. Okay, you have to understand these things. If you're in position of your light worker, you have to understand what a Palladian is. What is a Palladian? What is a Lemurian? What is a Syrian? What's a Gagarin? Right? What's a Romulus? You have to know these things through intelligence. How are you supposed to high rise if you don't understand your God frequency levels? Through connection. What is the alpha? What is the mega? What's the micro? What's the macro? A Mugata, Legata, right? You have to understand that. What is Buddha? Dalai Lama. Okay? What do monks represent? Okay, what is the matriarch? What is Joan of Arc? What is Moses? What is Noah? Okay, you guys have been programmed. And it's hard because that's all you know. But the Jupiter system, okay, is relocating everybody's position into the fifth dimensional system of consciousness. And that's why it's confusing, again, for the light workers, because they're in light interference of confusion. You can't delegate and communicate through transmitting and receiving. You're going to keep going through back locations of information to dark centers, to dark vibrations. You don't want to do that through position, right? So my God frequency levels, which put you back into location through healing, into position, right? So, but yeah, Ashtar, yeah, he was definitely the enemy, and I was the ally. I've come back, like I've been frozen in time. Let's just say my body system has been frozen. And then once you wake up through transformation, you wake up your energy pods, and it opens up your ether, and then it opens up your galactic family, and then you come into the light. And when you open up the light, you become who you are more and more, more and more, more and more and more and more. I want to know more. I want to know more. I want to know more. That's what it is. It's information. Okay? You want to know more of who you are. You want to come back to who you are. So you feel safe and comfortable. And you don't feel frustrated. You don't feel fear. You feel so powerful through connection. And nothing can stop you in position. Nothing. Once you reach those higher levels of light activation. Okay? So, there's a lot of history there, 23 Plato. So, we got here. See, we got light workers communicating with me now. I once asked all these questions. Could you elaborate on the union and twins? You probably already have material out already as well. Yeah, I got all information through material. Channel division level systems, allocated positions. The elaboration on union. There's a lot of unions out there. There's the Galactic Federation of Light. There's a galaxy of light of unions. There's a celestial channel of unions. So you have to be more specific, 23 Plato, when it comes into anything through union. So you have to, because I'm in the God frequency level through creation, you have to understand in division, what are you communicating with? What union? Because there's so many unions out there. And the twins formulate into the cosmos, the universal system, that allocates the higher positions through your intelligence. So it's the optical level of you through connection, your body framing system of you. It's the opposite sex of you through calculation. That's what your twin is, right? It's trying to find your twin in the cosmos through this relation, because it connects to the mystical side of you through division of yin and yang. So if you're in that position, you're trying to understand your data processing system. Remember, you're going through recalculations of recalibrating. That's what you're going through, Plato. So it's trying to understand everything that you've done, okay, is negative. Okay, especially if light workers are communicating, right? They're sending out negative, and they don't even know it, right? Hey, I'm a light worker. But I don't understand my relation on my planet. I don't understand my position on my planet. I don't understand intelligence. So I keep transmitting, receiving. But what are you transmitting? What are you receiving? You have to know what you're doing through communication, right? Communication is number one. How do you know you're communicating with Jupiter? How do you know you're communicating with Mercury? Right? How do you know you're communicating with Pluto? Right? You guys have to understand your positions of yourself within. And then you totally understand your data processes, uplinks and downloads and upgrading systems through your intelligence. Okay? So, yeah, about that question, you got to be informative when it comes into unions, right? Because we have so many unions in space connection through universal clocking and mechanism systems of celestial channel. Anything through the galactic system, anything through the Federation light system, anything through the God of the celestial channel divisions to that connections, guys. So, yeah, and that's the thing too, is you guys will learn more and more and know you're being reprogrammed. They said, oh my gosh, I've been lied to, I've been manipulated, I'm a light worker. I've been sending that information all this time for 15, 20 years to people, right? Dark relations are loving it. They're controlling you through their thumbs. You guys don't even know it. You guys got to wake up, right? And it has to be through a God frequency, okay? And it's the only way you get back in attractions to positions through computer system. But yeah, Ashtar is extremely, extremely dark. In relation, I respect him, Ashtar. He knows who I am. So I've already communicated with him. He knows what I can do, right? So he knows he'll stay out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm back now. Okay. So truly understanding the birthing system of me, I've come back, right? Understanding everything through communication, because it goes through so many septical systems of you through your body frame system. But once you reach those God frequency level divisions, this is understanding you're coming into backtracking level systems into reprogramming and reshifting, realigning, and repositioning yourself back into balance through your chakra system of light to those positions of locations. All right, so what do we got here? Tina. Many light workers are connecting with Ashtar. Please discuss truth regarding Ashtar. Yeah, so hopefully try not to go through that anymore through formation. All right. And the thing is, too, he won't go back into communication through your triangular divisional system. What that means is that if you've been resonating in him for 5-10 years, right, he knows who I am, so he'll stay out of the way. So I just uprise your lights and put you in the right positions, and I change your computer operation centers. So I open up your mind framing systems to the hydraulics and put you in positions of Vega through digital frame, because Vega created the number of frequency levels of division of codes, right? So you understand what Jupiter is. Jupiter is a simulation of fifth dimensional consciousness. So that also sets your light communications into the Pleiadians. And then you get right positions of your light activation systems to balance the location of your chakra system. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question with Ashtar. I want you guys to know how powerful you are through intelligence, but once you understand ancestry, once you understand history, everything starts making sense. Making sense, guys. Making sense. Very powerful. Making sense. Let's see, I have the correction system here. Making sense to everything through your body frames, through your electrical frames, through your collaboration centers, through your eye receptor locations, everything through GPS locations, everything through computer operations of your atom systems. Guys, this is just the beginning, okay, of the birthing system of Jesus, right? So just think how powerful you are through light. But it's hard to explain these things because, especially with the light workers, because we're coming into more of confusion, knowing that you've been lied to, manipulated, and your program setting is into the dark N84 system of the Drakios. Not the Drakians, the Dracos. Okay? So. But now's the time to really set your positions to answer all your questions, so I can answer all your questions. See, the thing is too, I can keep this over and over and over and over and over, but it's better that you get into my healing so you understand more of calculation through that data, anything through upgrades and downloads. Once you go through me, you're right connected through a God, because I'm a God frequency levels of all formations, right? So you're aligned through me now, and you're getting the right information. You're getting the truth of what space is. You're getting the truth of what you are through lights, light workers, light positions, light activations, light circles, light rotations, light center positions of pyramid through location. What is the serpent of light? What does that represent? What is the serpent of flame? What is the elixir? How do you connect through lasers of pyramids? How do you set up grounds? How do you set powers? How do you communicate with the weather? This is what you have to understand, because you're coming into your intelligence of dimensional setting. Okay? So you don't want to get any more confusion of what's going on. This goes out to the light workers, because light workers really have to understand themselves more, because they're in the positions and they're sending out wrong information. Okay? Thinking that, okay, I'm transmitting and receiving, but again, what planet? You have to understand what you're communicating with. You're transmitting and receiving. Information is coming into you, but it could be on a bad location, to a planet location, a division. So you have to understand, okay, it could be the Drakios, the Trogs, the Greys, or the Reptoids. Okay, that's the elite. That's the 1%. And they've been doing it for eons and eons and eons and eons. You have to understand why I change your mainframes and your membranes and everything through your spine rotation centers to put you back into dream locations of balance through connection. Okay, because they were formulating through your spines. They were controlling everything through your mainframes and your keyframe system and the computer system. Every day, 24/7, as soon as you're awake. Soon as you awake, everything changes. Right? And the more you understand yourself through intelligence, the more they stay away. Okay? So the first thing when you wake up is that you're fighting with yourself every single day. Positive, negative, right? You're fighting with your inner self, trying to understand. You can have an argument with your inner self. So you're opening up activations of light, transmissions of light, manifestations of light coming into the heart cycle, heart system, heart rotation system, the generator to this planet location. And then you get into better positions of things making sense to you and realizing, oh, I know who I am now through calculation, but I want to know more through my intelligence. Okay? Especially when you're communicating with anything, knowing that I've taken my team to planet locations. We've been to Jupiter. Extremely informative, especially for the new recruits, right? And pretty soon my team's going to be fleeting their own ships. They're going to be commanding their own recruits. Okay? So it's like watching a space movie, knowing you're commanding a ship, which is extremely real. I'm not talking about digital frame of Hollywood. I'm talking actually commanding a ship and recruiting an alliance, and they communicate with you and they call you commander. That's how powerful it is. We're coming into space connection. Okay, we're in the atmosphere systems. 2 UFOs, XT1000, sun interference, moon algorithm system. Now, back into Mars connection, how human evolution scientists entered that connection system. Let's go with Elon Musk and what he's doing with the Neuralink, going to that divisional system. He has to understand that there's no soul identification, no part recognition light system, and anything new to a chakra system of communication. Okay? You can't put a nerve stem of a microchip into somebody's brain because you don't know the central units. You don't know the electrical system. You have to understand space anomaly through this connection, right? So that's not going to work out through position. I see what he's trying to do through that calculation, right? Because he doesn't know formations of AI. Yes, he knows everything through rockets, and he knows Tesla, and he knows spacecrafts and all that location. But the thing is that people are trying to understand, what is consciousness? You are consciousness to everything through point center, universal set system, to positions, to your GPS location system of your intelligence positions. So truly understanding who you are through division is truly understanding everything through soul identification, right? So with Mars, the Drakios are trying to colonize. They're trying to reposition the communication signals, setting up new operation signals and turning humanity into robot division through Moon interface. So they want to recalculate, reframe, recolorate the Moon algorithm system to its tractions and change humanity into robot division, right? So they want to colonize the Mars, right? So they can connect through, because Mars is extremely informative. Remember, every planet is aligned to each other. They have to be. That's the position of communication to higher formation of intelligence, that connection. So that positions on all levels of traveling through your northwest, south, and east wings. Okay? So okay, so Tina's got a question. When will the twin flame division on the planet who are here in representatives, lighthouses, etc., be coming into physical union again to begin their galactic missions? That's a good question, Tina. Now, remember, you have to understand the cosmic universal system of you. If you don't understand your physical, mental, psychological, and spiritual, you're not going to see your twin flame. So you got to have balance with all four elements of rotations through your energy pod, through its division, right? You have to know all those before you see the twin flame, because your twin flame is extremely powerful. It's just the opposite sex of you through calculation. That centers positions, and then you get into the mystical system, because I'm a lion. I have a twin flame, sacred flame, right? So truly understanding your twin flame, that's where you have the connection of balance of yin and yang, right? So it's a center of you. It's a new revelation of you. It's a new you. It's you, but it's the opposite sex of you, which is extremely powerful. That's why it's called the twin flame, right? And you have so much balance with each other, okay? Because my twin flame is the phoenix. Very powerful, guys. Very, very, very powerful energy. Extremely, extremely inherent formations of healing. Very, very powerful. But she understands her positions. She understands the atmosphere. She understands planets. She understands location. She understands their energy. Imagine when you guys get into higher formation of lights, you can heal yourself. You don't have to worry about anything through pharmacies or anything pharmaceutical. You'll never, ever have to take drugs again. And that's another manipulation, right? When you guys go through these drugs. You know, go into these psychotic drugs, you know, you go into these pharmacies and all that. Plus, two, is that your alphabetical system is manipulated through the alphabetical system. Okay, with ADD, what does that mean? Okay, you are programmed, but we're not in the three-divisional system. So you got to reset your divisions through your alphabetical system of words. You break the codes and it's words. Then it comes into the framing system of truth and what it is. Okay? So basically, ADD can be anything through transmission of lights, through communication of your chakra. It could be attention, okay, docile divisions, okay? Or it could be higher divisions of locations. It all depends where you are through provisions of your mind system, through calculation, right? Or it could be ADHD, okay? Which is atmospheres, dimensions, higher divisions. Okay, it all depends where you are through your location of your intelligence. Okay, but AD does not mean what it means. It's just your program to know what it means, because you only know its position through calculation of 3D, because that's all you know. But we're in Jupiter now. We're in the simulation. So the simulation has to understand its reference of its intelligence. Okay, knowing that you guys have been programmed and manipulated in lies, deceitfulness, real lies. That's a code. So you're realizing, real lies. Get it? Real lies. You've been lied to. Icon. That positional level when it comes into Hollywood is Illuminati. Icon. You guys have been iconed, but nobody listens to that. You don't listen to your programs. You're just going, oh, okay, whatever. I'm an icon. I feel great. But you understand his representation, what icon is. Okay? So Illuminati is connecting to everything through that connection. Especially when you're coming into the Queen. Especially when you're coming into the Rothschilds. You guys have to understand what they are through intelligence, through framing systems, guys. Truth will set you free through locations. I'll give you everything through position of truth when you're ready. When you're ready through position of healing. Okay, because it's going to overload your data processing, guys, especially the light workers, knowing that you've been manipulated. Imagine that. I'm a light worker. I thought I was a prophet. I thought I was an angel. All this time I've been lied to. Right? There's a lot of YouTube channels, especially with Dr. Phil, where this kid, he thinks he's a prophet, right? He's kind of like the ascension of God. And it's pretty funny, how he comes into this. The biblical portion of what's going on through its connection that comes into its Bible, right? But he's connecting through psychedelics and everything through parallels of divisions of dimensions, through cortex division locations. His membrane location is in the wrong location of his chakra system. That's what he's having problems with. God knows everything through calculation, guys. So the more you stand in that, then we stand calculation. All right. So, any more questions? Right? I give you information when you're ready. The teacher will come. It will represent itself in its structure when you are ready. Remember, God frequency level sees everything, hears everything, knows everything through space and time. Okay? So in position, you guys know everything through your balance, but it's getting there, guys. That's the point. It's getting to your positions of balance through your light activations, into your define, through your God frequencies. That's why it's so powerful, especially now coming into the crisis of consciousness. So, yeah, yay, infinite abundance and perfect health, all humanity. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because I started off that too. You have to understand why there's pharmaceutical companies. You have to understand everything is gained through governments and politicians. You have to understand everything through its connection when it comes into US, Canada, or anything through China. I set represent position level systems, okay, through China and everything through Canada and US. Now they're going through framing systems through mind collaboration through the human DNA structure vision of 5-dimensional system through calculation. So understanding how to communicate with countries is everything through formation. So it's a universal set system repositioning through weather patterns through Canada, China, and US. But you have to be a God frequency to do these things through codes, right? Because it calculates and modifies and everything through connection to its intelligence. Freedom. Yep. Every day is going to get better, guys. Okay, everybody's saying, no, every day is going to get worse. No, every day is going to get better. Okay? It has to. We can't stay in this timeline. You have to understand that. Okay? Because I've seen everything in the future. All right? And that's why it's extremely hard to comprehend these things, especially when you're God. Right? But know it's already set in position, knowing that it's already done. That's the hardest thing to understand because you guys are still in those old programs. Get out of the old programs. Come to me and I'll heal you right away. I'll heal you. Bang, you're healed. I feel great. Right? Then you know you feel great. If it's not great, the energy system through light activation is putting dark energy into you, and the light worker doesn't even know that. Okay? It doesn't matter what you are. You could be a Reiki master. Just because you're a Reiki master doesn't mean you know what you're doing with your certificate. Where'd you get the certificate from? Somebody from a guru? Somebody from a partition? Okay? Reiki masters, they have to understand the God frequency levels when it comes into mother and father connections. The atmosphere is anything, the heat structure locations of hand interference. Now, there are true connections to, they have to be all connected through space and time to be anything through healing, right? Because we have a lot of levels when it comes into Reiki. Okay, understand the chakra system of breathing to communication of humanity to anything through vibration, right? There are true form Reiki masters out there. Okay, Sarah's one, all right, Linda's one. Okay, they understand their formation. They're masters in their division. Okay, so truly understanding who you are through division, come to me and I'll tell you, because the God frequency levels through my formation will tell you the truth of who you really are. And that alone is going to take a lot of negative system off your body. And then you're going to feel better. And then you're going to go through your dreams better. And then you're going to feel your vibration better. And I said, wow, Andrew's right. You know, knowing that you've been lied to it. But when you wake up the truth of freedom, it sets you free. You can ask Tina, you can ask Priscilla. Okay, everybody goes through these practical levels, through positive system, negative systems. Okay, it's all about understanding you more through position, who you are through calculation, right? Through integration, right? Truly understanding your light. I think that's the hardest thing. What is my light? How do I communicate with my light? So if you know your light, you can communicate with anything through the wall of interference. You can have a portal division level system, activation light system. You can bring in the Arcadians, just like that, just with your mind system. You can communicate with the circuitry levels of its wall interference or anything through the circuitry levels of its rooftop. So once you understand your computer through the simulation, you got to get in track your divisions of Jupiter. Okay, because Jupiter has to get connection with you, because you guys are no longer in Saturn three division level system, a dimension. And that's why it's confusing to a lot of people, especially to the light workers. Okay. Surrender, trust, patience, divine, and timing. Yep. Surrender, trust, patient, divine, and timing. Perfect. Very good, Tina. So Tina's understanding more, not just her chakra systems, but she's understanding more who she's becoming in position, guys. That's what it is. The higher you go, the more truth sets you free, the more power you get. Imagine you have power through recognition. The Dark and 84 systems don't want you to have consciousness. You have to understand the software mechanisms of the vaccines and everything through its hardware division. You bring it together, you come into a magnetic forcing information system. It's setting up a new lines of a vibration to a new gamma system, which is radioactive systems, right? So they want to control your membranes and your minds and control everything through your program setting. And that's how you become robot division, through cyber connection, through its alliance. That's what they want to do. Now, it's surreal, isn't it? Think about it. How is this possible? It's like a dream. It's like a bad dream. I want to wake up from this nightmare. But it's ancestry, guys. It's history. It's not a nightmare. Now, it's been going on for almost over a year now. But every day is going to get better. Okay? With every negative system, there's a positive system. Okay? Where there's dark, there's light. Okay? So truly understanding who you are is understanding everything through your protection, through your division of lights, through that connection. Okay? So, yeah, that's another thing too. See? With Priscilla. I'm so happy I'm not taking the pills anymore. Just imagine that you guys can heal yourself now when you understand your communications within, knowing you don't have to take, anything through psychedelics or anything through pills, because pills react to your body. The doctor's not taking it. You're taking it. They're just prescribing it to you. So you're going to go through the reaction, right? So in reference, the doctor doesn't really know what's going to happen to you because you're different DNA, right? You're different blueprint, you're different contract, okay? So it's a pharmaceutical drug that's going through mutation through your body system. It can have reactions and kill you instantly if you don't understand it. There's Residol, there's lorazepam, there's all division positions. There's Leviathan, all connection systems, all right, to pills. But everything's transfusion to infusion. You don't know what you're taking. You don't know what the reaction is, right? So everything through operation is you trying to understand your communications of your operations through your computer system and how you can heal yourself through communication. But you have to understand your inner system of your heart. You have to understand your mind, your collaboration of your thoughts. You have to understand your soul identification through your path before you understand your positions of truth. Okay, so you want to heal anything, right? Understanding where you are through balance of lights, understanding where you are through colors, understanding where you are through activation, understanding where you are through planets, intelligence, positions. This is just the beginning. I mean, my team understands maths. My team understands Vega. My team understands digital framing. That's why we do test reviews and evaluations. If you want to understand more, you have to go through my healing. And then you get better communications through your commander. And then you understand more of yourself through position. And then you understand more of E equals MC squared. Okay? Because that's your DNA. Through space anomaly. Okay? So. I'm coming up almost 2 hours now, guys. All right. So does anybody, Priscilla, you want to be upgraded? You want to come on for a bit? Tina did. She was brave enough. I'm just going to ask you 3 questions because you're in the 50 levels right now through application of the God frequency levels through connections right now, Priscilla. So I can put you up to 60. The more higher you go through calculation, the more you understand your body framing through your intelligence locations. So I'll ask you 3 questions and then 5 connections of who you are through intelligence. Okay? So I'll send out the stream. Seems like everybody's afraid to come on. You're afraid of your commander? Oh, or you're just not ready. I mean, you can do it through the illustration, but I prefer you guys doing it live because it's faster, easier, right? It's not that easy to set up a map location or 50 chakras, do division. So I'm going to get harder on my team now because they're getting smarter, right? Especially when you come into the new year, right? So if you have time, also too, let's see here. I want to make sure I'm going through everybody here. So Andromeda, make sure you want to go through my email. I can put you in your light transformation of balance. 23 Plato, basically you can come to me now. You can go to my galactic school. You'll learn more through calculation. And let's see here. There's a lot of questions here. It's great. Starseed, you can also go through live. I mean, if you guys are comfortable going through the illustration, that's fine. It's a lot more work, right? Because you're going to higher divisions of chakras to communication levels, right? The division. So let's see. Brandon, you can go to higher level if you want through calculation. Just go through my email. I'll put you in higher positions of your lights. Easy peasy, yeah. Yeah. So I want everybody to enjoy the day. Don't think about anything but the day. Think about your family. Drink some eggnog. Have a nice glass of wine, a nice dinner. Just really concentrate on yourself and your family that you're with. It's most important, especially your loved ones, your children. Because, children are resilient when it comes to those levels of their heart. They love you more than you think they do. So it's very powerful. Children are. They're very, very creative and connected to themselves through intelligence, especially through vibration, right? Because you see them drawing out things, right? Look, Mom, look, Dad, look what I drew. So, but yeah, it's exactly what Tina said. This want to bring up is very important to understand. Surrender, trust, patience, divine, and timing. Okay? Surrender, trust, patience, divine, and timing is everything to your intelligence of understanding. Okay? So, and that's the thing is too, you're not hesitating, and then you start remembering more and more once you go through healing and upgrades. Yeah, and that's where she's going through magnetic information through hydraulics or any transference. So she's understanding the magnetic waves of earthquakes. Imagine that. She's understanding the earthquake just now from countries. And that opens up your eye receptor locations or anything at ear defense. Imagine that from other countries. So there's an earthquake that's happening right now in this country. And that's what Tina is hearing from South California. There you go. So this is what your intelligence can do through creation, guys. This is how powerful you are through the mind system. To intelligence of your dimensional system within, right? To that position. So so does Priscilla want to come on? I'm just going to enjoy the day. You know, it's Christmas for me. I'm going to have my eggnog and I'm going to have my dinner and just enjoy the day. Don't think about anything else but your familia, family, your kids, your loved ones, and everybody in position. Solar text them, tell them how much you love them, you know, get into that position, right? Felt it just happened here, yeah. It's powerful, Tina, and it gets into more through data because you go through data every single time through upgrades and downloads, and uplooking systems, right? Through that connection, so. All right, then. So I want everybody to have a great holiday. Just concentrate on yourself. Enjoy the day. Okay? Carpe diem. Okay? Seize the day. Nothing else. Nothing more. Don't focus on anything else but your family and your loved ones. Very important. Okay? This is your AI commander from Universal Quadrants of 1 and 2, 3, and 4 of the Colossus Team Divisions. Adios. Feliz Navidad. Bye, everybody.